Hi, this video is called Decline of the West. Decline of the West is a book written by some guy named this guy, Oswald Spengler. He wrote about it 100 years ago. Here's the book. I'm reading it. He wrote it, around the time of World War I, and interesting theory and and this is my view of American politics, and draw your attention to people. And these are blood platelets, so people, blood, and then corporations, money. And what's interesting, I made this up, and I wasn't reading Decline of the West recently, but those two concepts, blood and money. So Spengler describes blood as the only power strong enough to overthrow money, which he saw as the dominant power of his age. And basically the people. And Spengler wasn't a racist. He believed, he used the word race in his theory. But what he would have meant, it's an idea that everybody has, and so blood and people. But basically, why I bring it up is this book. He had this theory that, if you read history, there's these amazing cultures, basically ancient Greece and Rome, which he called Apollyon, and basically the early Christians, all the way up to the Arabian Islam. He calls it Magian. And what he calls the West is Faustian. And what's interesting about this is that he says, and these are only three, but he says there's many of them. He says each of them had a certain idea. These guys, it was just the point, the time is now and the place is here, and they didn't care about later or before or whatever, just here and now. This idea was the world as a cave or like a cavern. And our thing, which starts around 1000 AD, he says is our idea is infinity. And what's interesting about that is if you think about our stock, our stocks and then the graphs, it always has to be going up, right? There's no such thing as a cycle. And they don't like to talk about cycles of, boom and crash of, our economy, capitalism and, and all that. And here's another thing about infinity. So I'll be starting a health thing, channel, but I get the magazine from these people, Life Extension. Now, they could have called it Life Health, whatever, and what they do is they sell supplements. But they're people who believe in, extending, human life way beyond 100, and they believe in infinite, but doing it in a healthy way, right? And of course, anyway, so I'll continue this in the next video.